to episode 25 of Saturday Morning Momentum. We are here today to get stuff done. So welcome to all of our regular peeps that hang out with us and give us motivation and inspiration. And we just love our community. I'm being joined today by the whole entire Saturday Morning Momentum crew or team. I think this is the A team. This is how I refer to the A team, and A stands for amazing. So it is Liz, Laurie, Lee, and Jen. Jen and I are the only ones that don't have an L name.
Right.
And for anyone who is new to Saturday Morning Momentum, welcome. This is a time for you to create some intentions or come up with some intentions, or if you're working on projects, or if you have a list of goals you want to accomplish. This is a time where you can have a power hour and try to see how you can knock out some of whatever it is that you're intending to do. And it doesn't have to be anything big or, some big project even. It could be that you want to use this time to read, or you want to crochet, or you just want to sip on your coffee because you had a rough week at work. Whatever it is, this is your power hour and you can do whatever you want with it. And for anyone who's watching after the fact, thank you. We appreciate that. Let us know what you have gotten up to during your power hour. We like to hear from anyone who is watching on replay. We appreciate the feedback. So hello, ladies.
Hello.
So how did your week go? Did you get to your intentions this week, Liz?
This was an incredibly challenging week on a number of fronts, but I will say that I got to all but one of my intentions. So I'm very happy. I got my 20 miles in for walking, which I didn't think I would. That's good. And my big thing is I canceled my 2 remaining subscriptions, which were the hard ones to part with. And I scheduled Amazon to cancel the end of November when it would renew for the year. So hopefully I am now ready to be subscription free in the new year. So
I am impressed.
Yeah,
I am impressed.
Yeah.
How about you, Laurie? Your week went well?
It did until this moment this morning. My dogs were not happy this morning with me being apparently with you, and I am by myself today, so they've all gotten a bully stick. They're all fine, but I had a pretty good week. I got all my stuff done as well, and I was focused, which was good. I got my to-do lists all done, so I always had sort of a plan, and I was busy, and I felt really good that I was able to manage all that and stay focused with it and get some stuff done. And so, yeah, I felt it was a good week.
I mean, the most proud you should be of yourself is the fact that you got through that module.
I know.
Finally.
I know. So I still have several to go, but I felt like, okay, you can do this once a week. You can do this, and I can. I mean, I'm just gonna make it happen because I want it to be over.
Right. Or maybe you can give yourself a treat for doing it.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Kind of a treat. It doesn't have to be like a food treat, but I mean, I guess it could. It could be a little beverage if you wanted, but I mean, maybe you could give yourself a treat so that way you're looking forward to getting over it. Maybe that'll motivate you. Now, Lee and I have been learning about that kind of stuff in Atomic Habits. So
okay, I may could buy myself a book if I got that.
Yeah, think about that. That would be awesome. Yeah, that's to me is the most wonderful treat.
That would be good. Yeah.
How about you, Jen? How did your week go?
It was, it was okay. I'm dealing. I don't want to get into a lot of details. But my depression just doesn't really want to seem to let up on me lately. I do have the diagnosis major depressive disorder. So it is something I'm on medication, have prescription for. But extenuating external circumstances certainly exacerbated, and there's just been a lot of that. But despite that, I did have a wonderful time this past Sunday going to lunch and doing some shopping with my best friend. I know you'll appreciate it, Laurie. It's back there. I should have brought it maybe after, but I got my limited edition, special edition of The Exorcist, the green one that glows in the dark. I was super, super excited about that. And then I did film and upload one video and started my semester courses this past week. I stress so much about it, even though I've taught both of them several times. It's just starting a new time with new students. But both went really well, and I'm excited to get back into it because one is mythology, and the other one is an entire semester of Edgar Allan Poe. So, Poe and I, we gel well. So I did get that going. I told Kat yesterday, I think, in the Instagram chat that I don't even think I put my intentions on Discord this week, but I did what I needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really do anything on my presentation, but it's live now, so I can talk about it. I can share it in the event and all that. So I gotta, finish that up because it's coming up quick on October 4th. And then I did prepare for my book club live show at 12 today for Crypt of the Moon Spotter. So I still got my things done with a lot of rest in between. I have to build in a lot of rest. It's just about to the point where I can focus on one, maybe two things a day, and that's it. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. I mean, there's no rule about how much you have to get done in a day, and I feel like like Laura Vanderkam, I think, says maybe 3 to 5 items on your to-do list, because if anything more than that just gets to be overwhelming, and then you don't really tackle anything because you just have the anxiety of it.
Yes.
So how about you, Lee? How was your week?
It was actually pretty good. I was wrapping up the end of the month with a lot of my summer goals. So I've got that done, and including finishing Atomic Habits, which I finished on Sunday.
Hey, woohoo!
And then I got a bike ride in with my sister and just really wrapped up the month and just starting the new month pretty slow. I said I was going to give myself like 2 slower weeks before actual autumn starting. So that's what I'm kind of doing.
Well, that means I'm going to have to put an extra thread in there so you can, yeah, because I was late. I don't know if you noticed how late I was. I just finished Atomic Habits from the week before, the August 31st check-in. I finished yesterday on Alex's sprints. But anyway, I did put the thread for 18 and 19, so I'll pop in 20, and then you can wrap up your thoughts on that. But I'm glad it worked out because we did the Atomic Habits so that you could get through it.
Yes, thank you so much. It worked, so thank you.
Well, I'm excited that we ended up doing it because it was a reread for me, and it really has helped me out immensely with trying to reach some of my goals and to create some habits that hopefully will stick this time. He talked about that, like, reasons why you fall off and why a habit can be good at one point and then all of a sudden you just kind of lose it or whatever, and it makes a lot of sense. I also think perfection is one of the things that you have to you just have to let it go at some point. That even if like my goal for this year, one of my aims is to walk every day for 30 minutes, preferably outside. Well, the 30 minutes is, I should say I should walk daily.
Yeah.
That's what I should say, so that I'm not like in this box, because that's my personality. It's the 30 minutes that I'm focusing on instead of the walking daily.
But it's so funny. You can use the 2-minute habit. If you just said, I'm going to walk for 2 minutes because I'm walking daily, majority of times you'd be out there for 2 minutes and then just continue and probably hit your 30 minutes anyway.
Right. But there are some days where I'm like, you know what? I really don't have 30 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll either try to wake up earlier. And I think that's why I ended up getting sick, because I was trying to do all that before getting to, because I had a very busy week and I had to be there by a certain time. And I still was like, I need to get this in. So with that being said, I never said I had to walk in the morning either. So if I have to walk later in the evening, then so be it, kind of thing. So it's one of those things that I box myself into that. Yeah. That's not anybody mandating anything. That's me literally taking it.
Now, I also just want to say what a testament it was, because I think one of the last 2 chapters is have an accountability partner. having the accountability partner is why I finished the book. So it works.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what I love about Saturday Morning Momentum too. You know, it sprung out of my accountability partnership that I have with Liz, but you know, it's nice to have accountability partners that you trust enough that they're going to give you honest feedback. They're not going to just, you know, you want somebody to say, well, you could do X, Y, Z. You know, sometimes it's kind of tough love. I mean, Liz gave me some tough love about my Goodreads stuff. I mean, I'm still can't let it go like Liz wants me to do it, but she did check on me this week. And I appreciated that. So as for me this week, I did write my blog post. My August challenge was finished. I felt pretty good about it. I did start my Goodreads. I did not finish like I planned on finishing, but I did get all of my March, all of my April, and then one book out of May done. So I'm happy with that. And what else did I do? There was another thing that I did. I posted it on my gold star thing. Shoot, I can't even remember. Well, whatever it is, I started that too. Oh, time tracking. Hello. I'm time tracking this week. And of course, it goes from Monday to Sunday. So I still have, you know, the rest of today and tomorrow. But I love time tracking. This week is, you know, not a normal week for me because my husband was on vacation all week. And, you know, so I spent as much time as I could spend with him because that's important for you to, you know, spend time with the people you love. I mean, while you have that time to do it. So he did work at his mother's house because we're trying to get that on the market soon. So during that time was when I was at home trying to get, you know, my little things done or whatever. But I did not look at Artist Way and did not think about my fall plans. I haven't even taken a picture of my TBR for September, my pile of possibilities. It's like you got to pick and choose with the time you have. And it's like either I'm working on the book reviews or I'm doing this other thing. So I don't know. But anyway, let's see who's here and how everybody is doing. Esther Jane is here. Good morning. It's chilly 54 with pouring rain here this morning. Makes the body want to just be lazy all day, but I have laundry in and breakfast dishes washed. Excellent. I plan on deep cleaning the kitchen sometime today, and then we'll settle down for some serious reading. Sounds like an excellent plan. Sounds like a wonderful way to spend your day if you're stuck inside.
Yeah.
Good morning, Jamie. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Emma. How are you? And good morning, Eleanor. Feeling lazy this morning, so definitely needing some momentum. Very nice. And howdy, Swank. Happy Read a Book Day. Happy World Bacon Day. Yum. And happy Fight Procrastination Day.
Perfect for our Saturday morning momentum.
Exactly. And highs to Esther, Jane, Emily, Jamie, and Eleanor. Where I got Emily, I guess it was a combination of Jamie and Eleanor. And that is from Emma. Good morning, Denise. Going to do a bit of tidying this morning. My husband's grandson is coming over to help me rid some of the heavy, awkward things like drywall from the garage. Denise gets lots of gold stars because yesterday when I was working on tasks, I joined Tiara sprints. She sprints on Friday mornings, and Denise was working on her garage. And then later in the afternoon on Alex's sprints, that's where I got all my reading done. Denise was using her first sprint of Alex's, which started at 4 p.m. Central Time, to still work on the garage. Wow. So she gets lots of gold stars for that.
Nice.
More highs from my friends. Laurie, you gotta love bully sticks. Yeah, we have to use those sometimes when we're trying to watch TV in the living room. For some reason, Tootie will bark at my husband incessantly when we're in the living room. But if we're watching TV in our bedroom, he does not. So I don't know what it is, but we have had to use the bully sticks. Otherwise, we can't watch TV in the living room. Oh, more highs. Hello, Molly. Welcome. And Michelle is here. Good morning. Eating breakfast and drinking coffee. I am determined to finish who have never known men this morning. It's 164 pages and it's taken me 2 weeks to read. Wow. So I'm guessing either it's dense or it's not your jam, but it's still adding some kind of value, or you're doing it for some kind of purpose. If it's taking a little bit of time. I know how that is because I had that experience with Emma by Jane Austen. It took me so long to read that book. And it wasn't that it wasn't enjoyable. I don't know really what it was about it. More highs. And then Sarah's here. Good morning. I'm going to read Too Old for This by Samantha Downing. Then we're going to a family fun day and barbecue at a local church. That sounds fun. Lots of highs. And Swink says, Jen, where did you get that special exorcist?
I got mine at Books A Million, but I know you can get it at Barnes and Noble. Just look online because there are a lot of places to get it. I just, wanted to get mine in case they all ran out. It was a little bit of extra I didn't necessarily have the money for, but I made a way. So yeah, just check Books A Million, Barnes and Noble. Maybe some of your local books shops might have it too.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Some of them may. Well, thank you, Emma. I appreciate it. You're part of my lovely community. Mm-hmm. You are definitely part of my lovely community. And so, yes, and Laurie is agreeing about the bully bone. And thanks for the gold star. I worked my butt off yesterday. You did. I couldn't believe it because when you said you were still doing that, I was like, oh my gosh, she's been doing that since early this morning. So that's amazing. Okay, so let's talk about our intentions for Power Hour. What are we planning to get up to this Power Hour? Liz, what are you going to do?
I have to finish writing a letter of recommendation. So
okay, nice. Laurie?
I'm going to take advantage of National Reading Day, and I'm going to put some laundry in the washer and dryer, and then I'm going to read the whole time.
Very nice. Love that. And what about you, Jen?
I'm going to do final preparation for my live book club show today.
Very nice. And Lee?
I'm going to do a bunch of little catch-up things like reply to YouTube comments and update my reading log.
Cool. That's what I call like admin tasks.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I did not, I did a lot of chores and stuff yesterday, so I did not plan on Friday. So I am going to plan my week for next week and then try to get myself organized in this office. It is like I should get 5,000 demerits for my office. I just cannot ever have it stay nice for longer than like, I think an hour. And then I do something in here and it just explodes again. So I don't know how to fix it. I even said out loud, I wish I could afford an organizer, like to hire an organizer person. I don't know if that would help, but I think what the problem is I think I have too much stuff. I'm going to be honest. I have I guess, too much stuff problem. So let us know what your intentions are, lovely people in the chat. Michelle said, it sounds like it should be my jam, but the first 2/3 was pretty slow and boring. I've got 30 pages left. It's a book club book, and I bought it, so I want to finish it.
Makes sense.
I understand that. I do understand that. That's why I was wondering if you had a purpose, because there have been some books, like I've never DNF'd a book, but there are books that if I would not have had it for a certain purpose, I probably would have. But if somebody's counting on me to talk about it, I feel like I have to finish the book in order to do that. Emma's doing a final read through a manuscript. Nice. Molly wants to do some things outside difficult because of agoraphobia. Well, that will be a challenge, but you can do it, Molly. I have every confidence in you. And Jamie says, I'm planning to finish putting laundry away and making a shopping list for the farmer's market this morning. Fun. And more highs. Hello, Shannon. Made friends with the like button. Good to see you. More highs. Shannon gets me through the week whenever I have little tasks to do, admins, because she has sprints Monday through Thursday in the morning, starting at 8 a.m. Central Time. So if anybody needs like morning sprints, she's Monday might be a little bit different, but Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, she does like an hour, and then it's like 5 minutes of chat, and then an hour, and she does 3 of those. So very, very productive. Michelle said, I also want to plan my videos for the week because I'm going to try to film ahead of time. Excellent. Swank will continue to read her self-help book. Hubby's leaving for work conference tomorrow, so we're running around this morning to get things done. Very good. And Jen, the green book is so cool. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get into Power Hour. And let me start let me do this first, so that we actually have our hour. And there we go. So happy Power Hour. Welcome back. Yes, wait, hold on. Talk among yourselves.
I had to look back, and that 3 minutes at the end went really quick.
I was gonna say we had some new people join. I only saw Kaylin. I didn't go back.
Oh, Alicia came in too, I believe.
Oh, good.
Thank y'all. Sorry about that. Like my dad had no clue that wants to
A
tell me.
guest appearance.
I know. Oh no, sorry about that. Yes, we did have some people join us. Kaylin hopped in. She says she's late. Kaylin actually texted me because she had happened to see something that reminded me of my little birds. She was over at Hobby Lobby, and I think that's all that came in while we were doing that. Oh, Alicia came in. Yes. Good morning. Full house this morning. Just waking. This was at 8:35. So she's in recovery mode from last night. So she must have had a wild night. Had a lot of fun though, getting coffee and breakfast and writing her to-do list. So I hope she got all that done. So Molly did say that she was outside, things done. They were very small, but I've been putting them off for a few days. Gold star, Molly, because you went outside.
Yep.
So anything that you got done is amazing. Awesome. And Shannon said back from taking hubby to get the work rental car for his trip. That's fun. Hopefully everything went smoothly. Sometimes that happens, sometimes not. Hello, Kelly. I edited 3 chapters for my author, and I am now fixing typos in one of my titles. Nice. Let me swap because we're getting into progress report time. And let's see. Jamie Cats put away laundry and made some good progress in her audiobook of Bad Cree while making her shopping list and paying some bills.
Productive.
Denise got some tidying done, going to do a little work in the garage, then enjoy the rest of the day. Have a great weekend, everyone. You do the same, Denise. And last night was Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party with the family. Gotcha.
Fun.
And my feet and body, they're sore. Yes, I can imagine.
Of course.
And all went smoothly for the car rental. Excellent. And I will post pictures later on Instagram. Cool. Look forward to seeing those. So how did you do, Liz?
Oh, good. I got it finished and sent. So all good.
Wonderful, wonderful. I've been asked to write letters of recommendation before. It's always hard though when you have a student that, well, for me it was students, but it's hard for me when a student wants you to write a recommendation and you're like, you just can't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always like, okay, so you have to figure out a creative way to, if you decide to write it, that you use the word potential a lot.
Have you ever told someone no, you're not going to do it?
I have. Yeah, because I mean, one thing that I learned is that if people don't get their job or don't get in or whatever the case may be, they can come back on you. I've heard of that where people have been sued because they felt that their recommendation wasn't good enough or whatever. And I'm just not gonna be one that's gonna, I'm not gonna lie, you know, if I know that that person's not going to be good for that. I, in good conscience, can't do that for the person. Now, if it was a student that did have the potential to show growth or whatever, and possibly matured by the time they did whatever, then I would write it in a way that that word was used, potential. So then I'm not making a falsehood. You know, whatever that person reading it wants to decide at that point, that's on them. You know, but I'm not saying don't hire them or don't let them be in your program, but I'm also saying, you know, this person might need a little bit of, you know, mentoring or something in such a way. But yeah, I mean, luckily I haven't had to say no, but maybe a couple of times. But you know, I don't know. I just can't do it. That's just me. I don't know, Liz, what is your philosophy about that?
Well, you know, I've never been asked by a student that I wouldn't have written a glowing recommendation for based on their work. And
Mhm.
so in this case, it's for a graduate program. And I enjoy it because it's typically asked by students that I have a working relationship with. And I
Mhm.
have gotten to know them in the classroom and outside through various projects. So I enjoy doing it because it's
Mhm.
a chance to really like hype them up. And I don't know, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I like being able, if it's somebody that I really want them to, you know, go forth and do, you know, wonderful things, of course, you know, but yeah, I don't know. It just sometimes it gets a little sticky if you have somebody. I mean, you got to realize, I mean, you're at the college level. I was at like junior high level.
Yeah. Yeah, so your relationships are probably different too.
A little
Like
bit different, and also you
mentoring.
have some of them need to mature a little bit before they're going to do, you know, whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
Lori, how did you do?
I did pretty well. The dog is yelling again outside, but she was quiet while I was reading, so I was grateful for that. I don't know what's going on with her today.
Oh no, I know what it is. It's because you're live. Because I have to deal with it every Wednesday. And my
Oh,
husband
maybe.
and my son are not home. It's like there's no telling. They can act perfect all week long, and for some
Yeah.
reason on Wednesday they're like, "Okay, we are possessed by let's be bad all while you're
That's crazy. She's never done this before, really, but she did have to go to the vet yesterday. We had a bit of a crisis with her, but so maybe she's not feeling well. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, she's fine. Everybody's fine. I got to 49% in my Kindle copy of this book I'm reading for Series September, and I made myself a hazelnut latte at home. So there you go. Oh, and I loaded a Starbucks gift card that somebody sent me into my Starbucks account, which I haven't been to Starbucks and I can't tell you how long, but now I have money to go. So I guess I'm going to go.
maybe you can go try some kind of fall
Yeah,
drink or whatever.
I
If that's
can.
your jam.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
pumpkin spice latte is always perfect.
It
They
is
have
very
some,
good.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's new this year, a pumpkin cream cheese muffin. It's
Oh,
excellent too.
that sounds good. Yeah, Kaylin actually asked me the other day because I posted on Facebook that I had made my first pumpkin spice latte or had it. And she said, where do I get it? And I said, well, I'm low key at home. Like I buy the sugar-free creamer and the espresso cup, K-cups and the sugar-free whipped cream. Like I don't go all that way, but I do like a really well-crafted pumpkin spice latte and the mocha, the Christmas ones, the peppermint mocha. Oh my gosh, that's just yeah.
There's a salted caramel mocha frap that's they
Oh,
used to have it and it used to be on the menu, but they can replicate it
they'll
for
still
you.
make it.
Yes,
Oh,
and it's
I will
delicious.
I will try
PJ's is offering a praline latte, like a praline flavored one. So I'm hoping that one day during the fallish season, I can be in that area to get one because I don't always go close to the PJ's, but sometimes I'm like, if I have to go to the post office and then I'm coming right back home or whatever, I'll swing by. So I'm like, so I'm kind of have that in the back of my mind as a treat.
One of the new girls at work. One of the new girls at work, she used to be a barista, so she's been experimenting making her own homemade syrup. So she did a salted caramel one she brought in the other day. Was so good.
Oh my gosh. Now I
Sinful.
have to go. I want one.
I know.
You talk yourself into it, huh, Liz?
Yeah.
So Jen, how did you do?
I got dressed because I was still in like my pajamas, just threw over a button down shirt so y'all wouldn't have seen me in my pajama glory. So I got dressed, fixed my hair, cleaned one toilet, and then spent the rest of the time just making sure I was ready for today's book club live show.
Very nice. And Jen, you should put your link in the chat if you can. If
Yes, I
not,
may. Well, I'd have to go get my phone, I think, to do it on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I have to do. Maybe I can do that before we wrap it up. Lee, how did you do?
I got 4 out of the 5 tasks I need done, and I will get the 5th one done right after we're done here.
Oh, excellent. I did plan my week, and I was a little more strategic about how I'm going to try to get these intentions done. But I'm pretty excited about my week. I do have some places to go. But yeah, so I got that done, and I did clear off a little bit on my desk. I got some books and things put away. That's part of my issue is I bring things in here and take pictures or do whatever it is that I'm doing, and then they never make it back to where they're supposed to go. So I had my little Target birds in here too. I moved them back into my scrapbook room, which that is still having to deal with that. I got a new desk. I don't think I told y'all that. Andrew and Megan moved, and he was not keeping his desk that he used to have here at the house. And it was still in great shape, and it was sturdier than this table that I had, so I could put my Cricut on it. So I got rid of my table, so that I could make room for this desk. So the desk is finally here because, of course, I was proactive, got rid of the table, had everything ready to go. And that day that my husband and my dad went to go get it, somehow on the old apartment, they changed the keypad. So they didn't tell Andrew and Megan. So Andrew didn't know what the keypad number was. So he didn't get it that day. And I'm like, I could have just waited, but it's okay. The desk is now in there. So now I got to go in there and just reorganize everything. So anyway, that's what happened with me. Molly wanted to know, Jamie, how you liked Bad Cree. So I don't know if you answered her. Read and cuddled with my cat. That's always nice. I intended to do some house cleanup for tomorrow's birthday festivities. Yes, it's your son's birthday, correct? Are you having sprints tomorrow if you're having birthday festivities? And so jealous, Alicia. Someday I'll get to go, meaning for the Mickey. I'm about 80% in and enjoying it, Molly. And Kelly, yes, so much fun. They are generous with the candy scoops. That's the important part, huh? Shannon said, I had students also ask for references when I used to teach college English and literature, and luckily never had one ask that I wouldn't write one. And there are some I wouldn't have. Yeah. It's always funny, like I mean, I can think distinctly of 2 students, and I just think to myself, you goofed off and played all year long. You don't have good grades. It's like, and you were like a thorn in my side all year. It's sort of like, no, I mean, and I mean, I was nice about it. It wasn't like I was mean. I was just whatever I said to them. I'm like, I just couldn't do it. But it's like, really? Just, pets think you're talking to them, so they respond. Yes, fine. I have vocal ones. Luna is my most vocal. Now, Tootie's my barker, but Luna is my most vocal. Sometimes she sounds like she's singing opera. The way she just goes on, and then sometimes she's like, wow, 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 like she's like trying to say words, especially when she's not happy with Bailey because Bailey's stealing her bone or whatever. So look how cute. Alicia wants to know, is pumpkin spice latte better hot or cold?
I like it hot, even if it's still hot outside.
Yeah, I like mine hot.
Yes, same.
If I want cold, I'll get the pumpkin cream cold brew.
Mm. The only thing I ever got cold, and it really it was almost like a Frosty, was some kind of vanilla bean thing at Starbucks.
Vanilla bean frap, probably.
I guess that's what it is. But whatever it was like having a shake. So to me, if it was supposed to be any kind of caffeine benefit, I don't think.
That's a sugar benefit.
I think it was a sugar, like having a sugar rush. One thing I do like that they have at Starbucks, but I don't think it's something on the menu. I don't know if every store does it, but when I did my the 25th annual spelling bee, a lot of the actors would get like a medicine ball kind of tea, and it had whatever they had, and it was really good for your throat. And so, as you're, performing, if you're performing days in a row, it's worse than if you just go on weekend to weekend. But it's one of those things, like, it's nice to have an option like that so you can make sure your throat and you're not hoarse and you can, do whatever. I had one, it was pretty good. But like I said, I don't know if you can get that just any time. And yes to Swank, whenever I stream sprints and I talk during our break, my kitties think I'm talking to them and they start talking back to me. I actually like it hot better, maybe a personal preference. And same for Shannon. I've never had one, so I didn't know. Yeah, I like it hot. That's just me. It was sort of like when you had the butter beer at Universal.
Mm-hmm.
We got to try all three. There was like the regular, just a regular drink, the frozen, and the hot. And they only served the hot during the winter time. We had gone like in February. So now apparently they serve the hot all year long, which I think is great, because my preference out of those three was the hot. It tasted the best to me.
Yeah, same.
You could give it a try with a small one first to see if you like it. It's very popular. Most people do. Yes, it's his 8th birthday, and no, not having sprints tomorrow, but maybe Monday or sometime during the week. Excellent.
I'm sorry, Alicia, I just have to tell you, I thought you were a kid yourself. To know that you're married and have children, to me, is just crazy, because I thought you were very young yourself.
Swink also prefers hot to warm. Yeah. Yeah, Alicia, I
thought she was like maybe 22 at the most. So good for you for whatever you're doing, because I did not think that you were.
She's very organized. She has all these she has a task wheel. Yeah. She's got her little budget going, and she's like very organized with things that she does with her children. So I just enjoy hearing all of her, what she's getting up to. Also, she is a fellow obsessed mini book ball person, like myself. Okay, so what are our upcoming intentions for the week? How about you, Liz? What do you have on your plate for this week?
This week, let me think. My biggest priority is I need to plan a trip to Boston. My cousin just co-curated an exhibition, and so I need to get up there to see it. I don't know how I'm going to do that with work, but I know she's the priority, so I have to figure that out this week and make plans. I also need to figure out what I'm doing moving wise. It's a big, long saga, but I need to kind of figure out whether I want to move, not move, things like that. So I think my week is primarily going to be decision.
Making decisions. Okay. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, wasn't that one of your aims was for you to do, or no?
There are things in Boston that we'll be doing that will check off some of my 25 and 25. Correct. Okay. But I'm on a timetable now, so I have to get it done.
Okay, well, you'd be impressed for it. So, to make that decision.
Yes.
Okay, good. Laurie, what about you?
I was going to say something to Jen. I ordered the Exorcist Deluxe edition.
I love that.
Priorities. That was her treat for finishing her module.
That's right. That was it. And it was on Amazon, and it's hardcover. Did you get hardcover, Jen? Or
I did. I have it right here. I'll show it in a minute. I did bring it up.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, it's not beautiful to a lot of people, not my partner, but it's just gorgeous. Yeah. Okay. I have another training to do this week, not the one that I hate. I have to go to Lobby Day for American Cancer Society. And so they do a little training every year we have to run through before we can actually go. And so I'm headed to DC the week after next. And so I got to get that done or I'll get kicked out, which I mean, that might work too. I don't really want to go to DC this year for some reason. I don't know. So I want to do something creative this week, book journal or scrapbooking or something, because I'm just not getting to that either. So just, it doesn't even have to be for hours, just, a little something. I need to start The Wager, which was my nonprofit nonfiction read for the this quarter, and the quarter ends at the end of September. My subscribers always pick my nonfiction read from 3 or 4 different books, and so this time they picked The Wager. And I also have decided that I want to reconsider posting some books on Pango. So I need to figure out how to do that. And I may be reaching out to some of my friends here that are on YouTube and whatnot that do that, because it just seems so intimidating to me. But there's certain ones that I don't want to just put in a little free library. I really want somebody to have it that wants it. And I don't need to make a bunch of money on it. I just want, and what spurred it on was that Pango posted and said, if you have any of these books, list them because they're in high demand. And I was like, well, crap, I have a bunch of those books.
Well, it's so easy, Laurie. It is so easy. You're going to be shocked.
So Liz knows how to do it.
So
Alicia knows how to do it. And Travis has a Pango account too. Travis is always showing his Pango stuff. So between the 3 of them, I mean, because I've kind of considered Pango too, but I feel like I just can't think about it right now.
Right. No, we don't want you to be overwhelmed, but I will. So I'm not going to start selling it until I come back, but from DC. But yeah, that's my goal. So I have a stack already on my table that met the criteria, and one that I DNF'd because I just couldn't finish it. So yeah.
So you see Alicia saying Pango is super easy. Yeah.
So
when I'm ready to do it, I'm going to reach out to somebody and help me, because I'm always afraid when I do stuff like that
me too.
You get to a point where it's going to ask you a question and you don't know which one to really choose. And I'm afraid I'm going to choose the wrong one, and then it messes everything up.
Yeah. Same. We could be twins, you and me.
I'm telling you. Okay, Jen, so what's on your agenda for this week? What's your intention?
Today, I'll be doing the book club. Then my older daughter, the one that's getting married next month, she's coming over to spend the day. And for this upcoming week, my plan is to really finish my presentation so that I have plenty of time to practice going over it. Other than that, I plan to teach this week. So that's enough for me this week, the presentation and teaching. And then I do have my MRI this Friday, and I do have my appointment with the doctor right after the MRI. So that's going to be good. So he can read it and go ahead and get us, on whatever path. But I will show just briefly this up close.
Wow. And it glows in the dark. I mean, that's
I noticed, I had to keep it in the sunlight for a little while to make it glow in the dark. But when you do, it really glows. And I just thought it was really cool too that William Peter Blatty, The Exorcist, is in the shape of a cross, and then it's got the green.
So scary. I don't know. I would not be able to have, I would have to take the dust jacket off and throw it away.
You would. I know you're scared, but Kat, you would love this book and movie as much as you love character studies. I mean, yes, it is about an exorcism, but it is so much more about a crisis of faith character study for Father Karras, who, forgive me, is my literary crush of all time in the book, and he is in the movie too. I mean, it's so good. It's so good. The movie is my favorite movie, and the book is one of my favorite books. you would love it. Certainly it's disturbing and scary, but that's just like a side point of it. It's so good. I promise. It's so good.
Yeah.
You are one of my kindred spirits. So I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I could definitely not have that version in my house.
Well, yeah, and I'm gonna have to hide it. I mean, maybe she won't even realize that I bought it, but I'm gonna have to hide it.
Falling in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's funny is
what would freak me out too is what if this is how my brain works? What if I shelved it like I'm supposed to? And then one day I'm walking to my office or wherever it's shelved. It probably would be in my office, would not be in my bedroom, would not be in my living room. And I would see glowing underneath my door.
Yeah. It would
and I
come
open
home.
it and it would be like facing me. Like not even on the right shelf. That would be me. That's stuff
Just
like
don't get this edition then. Get it on
Yeah,
paperback.
just get an old paperback. Yeah. Well,
maybe
I had to
I'll
laugh
just check it
because
out at the library and
There
maybe
you go.
some librarians could keep it for me behind their desk. And I'll just go read it there at the library.
The audiobook is excellent too because it is read by the author William Peter Blatty, and it is beautiful. It's excellent. Stunning.
Yeah.
Laurie, does your partner like to be scared? Because you could have fun with that glow in the dark cover.
No. I mean, there's certain, like I'm going to see Weapons this afternoon by myself because she won't go watch that.
So good.
I've heard.
Let me drive on over.
Yeah, come on. But yeah, when I was a kid, I saw The Exorcist in the theater with a boyfriend that I was with for a long, long time, and I had read the book, so I was ready to go. But the movie scared the crap out of me when I was a teenager. It really, really did. In fact, so badly that I was trying to turn my head. And he was so upset about the scares that he kept saying, "You're going to watch this because you made me come here." Obviously, we did not get to, stay together long after that. But I came home and I slept with my mom for 3 nights. And my dad was in my little twin bed, and he got up that last morning and he was like, "This was the last time you're sleeping with your mom. This is it. Get over it." But then when I was older, I was fine. But one time I was staying with them because my ex-husband was gone somewhere and it was just me. It was before we had kids. And I was in the other bedroom of their house watching TV, and my mom came in because for some reason they saw that it was going to be on TV that night, and my mom kept coming in and checking on me, and she was looking at what I was watching, and I was like, "Why does she keep coming in here?" Turns out they were both afraid that I was watching it again and that I would have to sleep with her.
That's funny.
So that's
funny.
Story.
My uncle was a police officer, and he was going to night school at Tulane University.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw The Exorcist and was so freaked out, he didn't want to go home. So he had to call my dad and was like, "Could you come home? Could you come over so I could go through the house? I don't want to go through the house by myself," or whatever. And I'm thinking, he was a grown-ass man. I mean, the first time I saw it, I was a kid, and I'm thinking, this is the most terrifying thing I think I've ever seen, except this other movie where I think it's called Curtains, maybe. I don't know. But it has this hideous person that's on ice skates that's skating, and I'm like, traumatized still today.
Yeah.
And Salem's Lot, of course. But yeah. And then I've only seen The Exorcist one other time as an adult, and I don't even know what possessed me to do it. I think Barry and I watched it together.
Interesting choice of words, Kat.
I was just thinking the same.
What possessed you to do it?
Yeah. You see, it's kind of scary. Look, I had the Necronomicon book, and I had picked it up from like a used bookstore or whatever, and didn't really know. I was picking up all kinds of different scary paperbacks and stuff like that. And then when I realized what it was, I went and burned it. I was like, this thing, it could maybe, what if it comes alive? I'm like, I'm not just have this in my house. Of course,
my daughter coming over today has a beautiful Necronomicon tattoo on her thigh. It's gorgeous. Wow.
Yeah, well, Andrew, of course, thinks I'm the most ridiculous person. He's like, "Mama, it's a book. It's not it's not anything." I'm like, "I don't know, Andrew. I I don't know. He thinks I'm just ridiculous about all of that. He doesn't believe ghosts exist and all that kind of stuff that you have this irrational fear. That's what he'll tell me. I'm like, whatever. You do you, let me do
I was
me.
gonna say, you got to do you, and that's what we do. Like if there's something, she will watch some horror, but if there's something like this one, she's like, no, 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 no.
I love horror, but I'm kind of picky when it comes to anything that has to do with devil possession.
Mm-hmm.
That is my one that I have watched movies with it, but it's also the one that actually I will be scared. Like when I go to bed, like I should probably wear a Depend because I don't want to get up out of the bed. I
Right.
mean,
Gotcha.
would be
Yeah.
that bad. Or
Yeah.
I would have to make sure, like I have to feel that Barry's there or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. That's just my thing. That's the trope. That's not my favorite.
And maybe it's our generation because my kids watched it once, and Lisa went in the other room while they were watching it. But they were teenagers at this point, and they really wanted to watch it because they knew my story about this thing. They thought it was hilarious. Sarah didn't so much, but the other two thought it was hilarious. And I think as you watch it now and you kind of see the older ways that they did some of the things that they did and stuff, it is. But it was her face. It was and now here I am buying that book with her face on it. But it was really that face that got me. I just didn't think it was going to be that
Well, it's the face and it's the voice coming out of
voice.
the
Yeah.
child, and it's the possession voice when they're talking, and they're horrible when they're talking to you or whatever the case may be. And it's like, it's just something I think that could possibly happen that makes me nervous
Because
about
I
it.
mean, I had the same feeling. Like, maybe that could,
And I literally would have a heart attack for sure.
Yeah. Don't do it then. Save yourself.
Okay, Lee. We're gonna bring us up lighter out of the.
All right. Yeah. So I plan on filming 5 YouTube videos.
Wow.
I want to get because I don't want to film. So this means I've got to wash my hair, be in the right mood, and just get them all done at the same time.
You sound like me, Lee.
So I want to do that. I want to focus on getting all my strength training done for next week. Like just stick to my plan that I've come up with. And next Thursday, me and one of the other groups I'm in, we're going to be planning our reading retreat for next year. So we have like a planning session that we're going to do.
Awesome.
And all I know is it's going to be in the central time zone at a lake house. That's all I know so far.
Oh, that's going to be amazing. I would love to do a reading retreat, especially after listening to Gretchen Rubin. She and her sister did a reading retreat in California, and they went to a hotel, and they did some other things like they went book shopping and stuff like that. But it just sounded so lovely, and I'm like,
we did one this year in February in North Carolina in the mountains.
Oh,
it was so fun. Just had a great time. I still think about that like every week. I think about it, so I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yes,
and one of the ladies is from Texas, and she has a boat, so she's like, if I can tow it to the lake, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited.
That would be amazing. Okay, so my intentions for this week, I am going to work on these book reviews. I want to knock out May and June. It could be more. I might get to the point where I just put the star ratings and be done with it. If I just get sick of doing it, we'll see. But May and June is my priority. I have listed the days that I'm going to work on trying to organize this Artist's Way read along. I have to think about my fall plans. I want to volunteer at the Friends of the Library store because I have not been there since my COVID whatever diagnosis or whatever you want to call it. And I feel really bad that I haven't been over there. And plus I'm going to time track again next week because this week is kind of a weird week. It's not like my normal schedule kind of thing. So I like to compare and contrast and see how much of my time, what I'm really looking at is how much time is being spent on social media, whether it's for just fun or just kind of just scrolling because I don't feel like I have the brain width to do anything else, or if it's something to do with content or whatever. So that's how I categorize the social media thing, because I do think social media for me sometimes can be a big time suck. So I got to get that under control. So I have a lot that I want to get done next week. So we'll see. We'll see if I am productive. So Liz, you'll have to check on me again this week to see how I'm doing. And I did list it. I listed it for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's on my calendar, book reviews. So that's my time frame that I can realistically, I think, get it done, kind of thing. So Alicia is saying this to you, Lee, that you may be surprised to know this December I will be married 20 years and I'm 41.
No, I'm shocked. I'm shocked about that. I absolutely do not think that.
Yeah.
And Kelly's saying Alicia's also working on her first book.
Wow.
Writing it, like writing one.
What was the name of that movie? It was horror too, I think, where they drank something to stay young. There was some kind of witch, and I'm trying to think who was
Death
it.
Becomes Her?
Yeah.
Of course I know that right away.
That's not what she did. She's just got good genes. Yeah.
And Jamie's intentions for this week are to source what I need to make the grandkids Halloween costumes, catch up on making birthday cards, and continuing decluttering baby steps. Yeah. I think it's one of those things. That's another reason I'm glad that I read the Atomic Habits again, is just the whole point of it is that you don't have to go like gung-ho, like you don't have to, and try not to compare yourself to someone who can be gung-ho. Like, Lee was mentioning about the 2-minute rule. If it's the 2 minutes to get started and see what happens, but at least you're doing something every day. Like what you do every day sometimes is more important than what you do just every once in a while, kind of thing. So baby steps are good because you're eventually going to finish it. And then Swank says, I'm going to actually do the things on my to-do list this week. Bravo. And that was her saying, oh, yes, my imagination. I do. I do. And the thing is I got to be careful because Barry's not always home. I mean, my oldest son is home, but like sometimes he's, at work until later in the evening. And I was Stolen Tongues. When I was reading Stolen Tongues, I was reading it at nighttime and nobody was home. And I had to bring the dogs out in the dark. And I kept thinking, those stolen tongue things are out there watching me from behind the tree. Because, I mean, our yard goes back, a ways, and it's real dark out there. We don't have any lights. And I'm like, they're out there. And so I was trying to get them to go to the bathroom really fast because I'm like, I don't know. I get kind of freaked out. Jamie said, I love Weapons. Enjoy Laurie. And now I'm jealous because I really want to go see Weapons also.
Well, you can come on over, but you got to be here by 1:45.
And Elisa says, my intentions for the week are, of course, birthday celebrations, and I'm hoping to finish up the page design so I can start putting them together in the actual book that will be the book journal. Also reading. And this is why I can't watch horror. I would be the same way. I always have to watch something funny. Otherwise, I can't sleep.
I'm one of those demented people that can watch the scariest, most horrific thing and go right to bed after. Even if Tim is at work at night, I'm just like, I don't think about it anymore. I go to bed and it's out of my head.
Yeah, I pretty much can too, but I couldn't then.
It may be a book, but the fact that someone put it into words is scary. Kelly says, I don't believe in any of that supernatural stuff, but horror movies still freak me out. Yeah, Kelly, you're in the same, you feel the same as my Andrew, for sure. Swank said, my brother and a couple of friends went to see The Exorcist in high school. Also, they were on acid. At the end, his friend had to help him out because he was so out of it. The manager came up to them and said they were the best advertisement and gave them free tickets. Oh my gosh. And Alicia said, yes, I am writing my first book.
Awesome.
Yes.
And come to California, Kat.
There you
I was
go.
born in California, Jamie. Just a fun fact. Molly says, I have appointments this coming week. I don't do mornings, and one is early for me, so I want to practice getting up. Yeah, I try very hard too, Molly, not to make early morning appointments if I can, just because I want to walk in the morning and get my day going. So I try very hard to make it, but like either a 9 or a 10. I don't know if that's still too early for you, but it's hard when you have the early ones. And I might try to confront my needle phobia too.
Nice.
So Jamie said, my early morning brain really thought you were saying time travel instead of time tracking. How come time travel? Now I understand what you're saying. Come to California.
There you go.
That becomes her. Yes. To Jen. I'm thinking she's about the going to sleep kind of thing. Okay, well, that ends our 25th episode of Saturday Morning Momentum. It seems everybody got what they wanted to get done, or at least got started, and that's important as well. So I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your weekend. I hope that you're doing something fun, reading, relaxing, maybe even doing some self-care, enjoying time with family, whatever it is. We appreciate you being here and spending time with us and inspiring us. And we hope that we've inspired y'all. And until next week, be adventurous, but be safe in your adventures. And of course, stay amazing. Y'all are all amazing, and y'all all deserve gold stars. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.